Are high insurance rates dragging you down? Call Randy King at 817-226-5464.
Seniors.
Coach, we'll begin with just your thoughts on the next game.
You know, great season. You know, played a tough Lorena team. You know, they did some really good stuff today. Coach had them dialed up. You know, tonight was their night. They just played a heck of a football game. My hat's off to them. You know, I think we went out there and we played really well. Just they outplayed us tonight. They outcoached us tonight. They got the better of us tonight. But you know, you don't want to. Who knew second place would hurt so bad, right? But my hat's off to them. They're a very good football team.
Question from the floor.
Coach, I know you're used to guys running away from Caden. They're running left all day. Today they found some space on the left side. That was a big key.
They did. You know, they did a good job. You know, their O-line was big and strong, and we knew they were going to be. They did a good job of getting double teams and stuff on us where they needed to attack. And, you know, you got those big, strong running backs like they have. They're hard to stop from, you know, even when you hit them at the line of scrimmage, it seemed that they were falling forward for a yard or two every time. So, man, they run the ball well. That's what they've done all year long. Watching them on video and stuff, I knew if we were going to go beat them, we had to stop the running game, and it's easier said than done.
Coach, the physicality seemed like it got the best of you guys. Did they do anything schematically that kind of maybe caught you guys off guard?
No, you know, they did what we saw them on film and stuff. They played hard. They got a tough defensive line, and you know those guys, they're running downhill, and when they're coming downhill, they're looking to really lay it to you. So, you know, we're used to physical games. We're a physical team, but you know they didn't do anything different than we've seen. They just played really hard, and they capitalized at times.
Coach Mathis, after y'all's first score, it was 14-6, and y'all recovered a fumble. That series, they got a couple of sacks. How big was those two plays?
Oh, you know, you can't. You got to win first down, right? I mean, that's always what you got to do. And when you put yourself behind the chains like that against a good football team, man, it's hard to overcome a lot of that stuff. You know, they were doubling Nathan a lot, and you know, their D-line, like I said, they were tough up front. The linebackers ran the ball well. We missed a few things, missed on a few assignments that if we'd have hit them, I think it would, you know, we'd have got back and got the first down. But you know, when you go shoot yourself in the foot like that, it's hard to overcome it.
Coach, just with the start they got off to, I mean, you look up, you're down 14-0, I think about 7 minutes in. Just how tough was that being in a situation that really y'all weren't real familiar with?
You know, being down 14-0, and it was one of those deals. You know, it wasn't that we were doing it. We were just missing tackles. We just had our eyes closed, and we were making them bounce it like we wanted to, and we just missed a few tackles, and they were off to the races. They did a good job blocking downfield. You know, you can't go into panic mode at that time, and we didn't. We stayed with it. We knew we were going to get it dialed in. We're going to fix a few of those things, and man, we started to. We just missed on a few opportunities.
Coach, they were awful physical. Were you surprised by the speed with the receivers and some of the backs, because they seem to have quite a bit of speed as well?
No, they did. They got a ton of speed. No, I knew what they were bringing. I mean, you know, you watch the playoff games of the film that we traded, and there was a reason that they were just smoking everybody that played. It wasn't because they were getting luckier. They were playing a bunch of, you know, powder puffs. They were playing good football teams, and man, they're that good. They're that good.
Coach, can you talk about the resiliency of your team? I saw a couple of key players go out with injuries, hobble back out there, gave it all they got. Would have been easy to quit and fold up today. You're battling right to the end.
Absolutely. You know, that's one of the things that I'm most proud of as a coach. There's never quitting these guys. They're not going to blame each other. They're not going to pout, feel sorry for themselves. They're battlers. They're tough. They're young men that know what it takes to go out and win. And they're going to play the game. They're going to play it right. They're going to play it for 4 quarters. Win or lose, they're going to go out there and they're going to give everything they've got. You know, and that's what we preach. It's what we coach. But that's what's instilled in these guys since they've been little kids from their parents. So it's a never quit mentality.
Coach, you mentioned winning first down, and y'all popped some big runs, but as far as down to down, they made it really tough to kind of get the run game going and sustain drives. Just How big a key was that, do you think? Just-
They did, you know, they did a good job up front, moving the D line and stuff, and the linebackers blitzing at different times. You know, they did a good job of, you know, we were having a tough time getting on to the second level, getting up to those linebackers, doubling them, you know, getting them off the line of scrimmage so we could get up there on the linebackers. You know, linebackers are doing a good job of running through the run-throughs and stuff, and, you know, it makes it tough, but, I mean, I really don't know what else to say. Man, they got a great front seven, they got a great 11 guys over there on defense.
Nathan, obviously the defensive line for Lorena did a very good job of getting to Tyler Moody today, but talk about the pass coverage there to just disrupt every single pass that was thrown your way.
Yeah, they manned us up most of the time I was running routes, and I looked over, they had a safety over the top. But yeah, they played physical press, and you know, and they ran with you. They're fast. They cover really well. I think they had a good plan, you know, on our receivers as well with the press man and have safeties over the top. So yeah, that's the question.
Nathan, can you talk a little bit about the season with a new coach, first year? It's always a big transition. It's been a great year though.
Yes, it has. I thank God every day, and I speak for, you know, all our players that we're lucky that, you know, he came here, and that, you know, we wouldn't want to spend it with anyone else besides him, win or lose. And you know, it's been a good year, and we're lucky to have him. So,
Coach, knowing the group that you had, that this was so good, these guys, I mean, especially the cats that are sitting next to you, how much is this one kind of just hurting? You can't just put some words to that.
No, I know it. You know, as the coach, you feel like you let them down. You know, you feel like you didn't do your part, right? Because you've got these young men that just give you everything they've got. It's from the day I walked in March, they gave me everything that they had every day. You know, from summer to just hanging out up there in the field house together, going with Cutter and playing golf, and you know, doing all the different things. Seeing, you know, being outside of school, they're family. You know, they're like my kids. They're like my little brothers. I just love them so much, and seeing their pain, seeing them come up short of a goal that, you know, they want so bad. That's what makes it hurt so much. It's not for me. I just hate seeing them have that hurt and that pain. But you know, just so proud of them. Proud of everything that they've done for us, for this town. Yeah, it's an amazing town. It's unreal, man, when thousands of people come out to your Friday night games, and when you leave out of town, all the little kids from the elementary to the intermediate, how they're just, you know, they're just cheering and screaming at the top of their lungs because they want to be these guys one day. They want to have that Brock Eagle on the side of their helmet, and that's what hurts because, you know, this is it for these guys. It's their last high school football game. You know, and just want to go out. Sorry, I'm wrong.
One more question.
Nathan, kind of building on Coach's answer there, I mean, you're going to play at a Power 5 school after this, but given your future in this game, what does it mean for you to be that example for younger kids in your community?
well, first off, nothing's guaranteed, you know, so you got to make every snap count. But you know, I feel like us and our seniors have done a good job of trying to set the example every day in practice and in school, and how to show up on time and respect our coaches, and you know, things like that of trying to, you know, bring them up right into varsity football. And I think we've done a good job of that, and I think they have a good example next year. Our senior class has done